And you can obtain the fact sheet for the programme by writing to Getaways, Meridian Broadcasting, Newbury, Berkshire, RG14 5UZ, and enclose, please, a stamped addressed envelope.
He's bolder.
What's this?
Bigger.
If you want a bit of lycra, go away.
Brighter. Bonkers. In fact, he almost defies description. Better than ever. Michael Barrymore's award-winning Mayhem. Saturday at 7 on Meridian.
Josh has something important to tell Kathy in Emmerdale next.
Right now, there's 0% finance over 2 years on every petrol Clio, or a £350 cashback on all diesel engine models. So now you don't have to be a high flyer to pick up a Clio.
Remember the story of Cain and Abel? Well, I know that feeling. Tell me this isn't my tiger's shirt. You stole it. And what's this?
My bike broke.
Dirty oil.
For goodness sake, stop it.
Ruined.
That won't shift.
But, Mum, this improved Ariel says it does shift oil stains.
Creep.
We can but try.
New improved Ariel Ultra's got revolutionary oil dispersants. Watch what they do after you've been using it. Both these pieces of polyester have been stained with oil. Improved Ariel Ultra disperses the oil stain and rinses it clean away like never before.
It did it. And if it did it on filthy oil, it will do it on blood.
When it's got to be clean, trust Ariel.
Now the emergency services continue their work in Emmerdale.
Are you confused by exotic food? Now Prue Leaf brings you Confident Cooking, a step-by-step guide that grows with your confidence.
My chicken dishes taste delicious. Glazed fruit fantasies and lamb sesame.
Now you're cooking with confidence. Issue one with free binder at your newsagent now.
The all-new Ibiza from Seat will fill your tedious life with Mediterranean passion. Pulsating Volkswagen engines build quality so good, complete strangers will fling their clothes away in jubilation. That's one way of sorting out your wardrobe.
Cadbury's Time Out is the wafer break with a layer of flake. So, when you take a break, take a time out. Billy takes time out.
Millions take 7 Seas pure cod liver oil. Here's a few reasons why.
It helps with my joints and it keeps me nice and supple and yeah.
My mother picked 7 Seas for a brand for the whole family.
My hands feel much less stiff.
Well, it helps to keep my joints supple.
More people choose 7 Seas pure cod liver oil to help relieve joint pains and stiffness in original liquid and high-strength 1-a-day capsules.
When Mother Nature takes early retirement, I need all the help I can get.
7 Seas, the choice of generations.
Because you love him, give him Cesar. Choice cuts of fine meats carefully selected and prepared with the vitamins and minerals he needs every day. Cesar, to love him like he loves you.
We were behind this big lorry, weren't we, Doctor?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a huge thing. And suddenly, the back of this thing opened up, and there we were. Couldn't see a thing.
There we were, covered.
Commercial Union. We won't make a drama out of her.
Where should we go on holiday this year?
Kenilworth might be nice.
Short break in Berkshire?
Leeds, perhaps.
Every week, Daltons Weekly gives you Britain's biggest choice of holidays and short breaks, from self-catering cottages to hotels, villas and flights abroad. More than any other publication.
Right, an Alsatian holiday it is. He can stay next door. With Fifi. Oh, Fifi.
case of mistaken identity.
It is you.
Well, one never loses the appearance of coiled spring.
An Admirer in Minder, tonight, 8:30.
Should 60-year-old women have babies? The Italian fertility doctor meets his fiercest critic in the big story next.
Mr. Johnson to see you. Hello. Welcome to Kenco. Take a seat.
I'll make this short. I'm sure we're both very busy.
Can I get you a coffee, Mr. Johnson?
Do you have decaf?
I'll have a look.
Right, I'll come straight to the point.
Coffee.
Thank you. So you didn't have decaf then?
No, I didn't. But you did.
Kenco Decaffeinated. Everything we know about coffee in a decaf.
Hey, Metalhead, your dad's phoning tonight about 7 o'clock. Oh, very funny.
I do miss you. I just wish you could come home more often. Oh, he's fine. He's getting more of a handful every day. Hang on, I'll put him on.
Hi, Dad.
Kleenex tissues.
Yeah, she's fine.
One of life's little comforts.
Guess what? I'm in the first 11.
What's it like going into action with today's most exciting warplanes?
Good man.
Tornado pilots tell you in takeoff. What's it like fighting fires from the air? What can we learn from aviation disasters? Page by page, week by week, Takeoff tells you everything you want to know about aircraft and what it's like to fly them. Get part 1 of Takeoff this week with the first 2 pieces of this free model kit and build your own Tornado.
Tonight, the American Eagle comes face to face with the Russian Bear.
Cobra! I can deny categorically any Soviet involvement in the loss of that aircraft.
And whether you like it or not, he is on our side.
You'll never point a finger at me.
You are not flying this mission alone.
Do I look like the enemy?
Iron Eagle 2, tonight at 10:40 on Meridian.
The 50-something baby boomers.
You are irresponsible. It's honest.
Are you going to have me arrested? And a bizarre showdown in Rome over test tube ethics. I'm Dermot Murnahan. On tonight's big story, an explosive confrontation between the Italian doctor who creates 60-year-old mums and a British expert who says it's wrong.
E milioni di colleghi, Shantis, sono con me e non con te.
Good evening from Rome, the city where Dr. Severino Antinori has his surgery. He's the man at the centre of the latest storm about test tube babies. 2 weeks ago, a 59-year-old British woman gave birth to twins. And previously, Dr. Antinori had helped other older women to defy nature and become mothers. There's Liliana Cantadori from Modena, who had her baby Andrea at the age of 61. And Giuseppina Maganucco from Sicily, who was 53 when her daughter Anna Maria was born. And Anita Blockzeel in Amsterdam, who had Donelda at 56.
It changed my life, of course. I'm very happy that I have met Dr. Antinori. And I have something for to live now.
So what will Dr. Antinori be like? Monday morning, Heathrow Airport. Professor Robert Winston of the Hammersmith Hospital is one of Britain's top experts in IVF, in vitro fertilization, the technique which brings test tube babies. He's agreed to fly to Rome to debate the ethics of giving this treatment to older women with Dr. Antinori, the man who's now achieved world fame by giving a 59-year-old woman twins through IVF.
It's a technique which anybody could do. Any fool could do it who has the slightest reproductive ability. Any doctor can do that work, providing they've got access to a routine IVF lab. So essentially, there's nothing clever about it. The reason why he's achieved notoriety is because the vast majority of doctors won't do it because they feel that it's undesirable.
In IVF treatment, an egg is taken either from the mother's own ovaries or from a donor. It's then fertilized by sperm outside the womb and reimplanted. The sperm can come from the father or another man. Professor Winston believes Dr. Antinori is bringing IVF treatment into disrepute by giving it to postmenopausal women who are many years past their natural childbearing age. Is there a real animosity between you?
I don't think there's any animus on my side. I mean, I've criticised him as I would criticise anybody who I think's doing something inappropriate. But there's no animus involved. That hasn't stopped him challenging me to a duel in the past. And at least,
real duel?
Apparently, yes. In the press, he challenged me to a duel. At least he had the courtesy to offer me the choice of weapons.
Rome, Monday. Professor Winston prepares for the debate. The weapons are camera and microphones. Dr. Antinori also prepares. In several phone calls with the Big Story's producer, he has himself suggested that Professor Winston comes to see him in Rome and agreed unequivocally to take part in a filmed debate. The stage is set. Professor Winston, nice to meet you. You know Dr. Antinori?
Hello. Pleased to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Well, let's sit down, gentlemen, and let's begin.
Excuse me. Stop.
Immediately, Dr. Antinori begins to behave strangely. Do you have a problem, Dr. Antinori?
I have a problem because this man blocked my...
It's lights off. The lights off. The lights off.
Lights off.
Yeah. No. The red light. The red light is off.
This man is not correct, man.
Why not?
You are not correct, man.
Why not?
Why not? You remember me? Why you write I am a profit for the put the risk? Go out.
I don't think there's any need for this, Dr. Antinori. We're only 1 minute in, and things aren't going well.
Can we have
this out in a civilized fashion?
You before say good result. You profit money. You, not me.
Excuse me, Dr. Antinori, can't we sit down and have this out in a civilized fashion?
I am civilized.
Well, absolutely. Let's sit down and discuss the... Professor Winston is completely mystified by Antinori's attack.
Forgive me, I don't quite understand what you're talking about.
But in the northern Italian town of Modena, surgeons like Dr. Antinori are viewed as modern-day miracle workers. Every morning, a loving grandmother appears to take her grandson out to play, but appearances deceive. Liliana Cantadori is not the grandmother, she's the 63-year-old mother of little Andrea.
When I go out with my baby, I feel like a lion. I'm proud. I'm bursting with joy. I feel young again. I got married when I was 40 years old, and as soon as I was married, I wanted to have children. When I found that I wasn't getting pregnant, I started to have some doubts. For me, a family without children is a dead family, without joy, without anything.
Liliana couldn't have children because of blocked fallopian tubes. Eventually, at the age of 55, she found Dr. Antinori, but it was then illegal in Italy to treat a woman over 47 with IVF. But she lied about her age and underwent 6 years of unsuccessful treatment with him and then other doctors. Finally, at the age of 61, she became pregnant.
The egg was donated by an unknown donor, but the sperm was my husband. My husband has never had any problems. This is why I wanted to give him this gift of love.
Dr. Antinori, could you just explain to me very simply what is your problem with Professor
Italian
Winston?
people is a good, honest people.
Yes, of course they are.
You are terrorists, the manipulation of the words. Why don't ask?
Any critic of Dr. Antinori appears to risk legal action as well as insults.
Next week, there is the litigation tribunal in Italy.
You are suing Professor Winston?
I don't know if the connection with Winston, but the judge now decide. La prossima settimana c'è una causa.
Are you suing me?
C'è una prossima settimana, c'è un causa contro il Bob.
In Amsterdam, Dr. Antinori is also a hero. Baby Donelda gave new meaning to Anita Blokziel after a family tragedy. Anita wanted a new child after her grown-up son was murdered in a bar. At 56, she couldn't get IVF treatment in Holland, but she could at Dr. Antinori's clinic.
Dr. Antinori told me on the telephone, oh, you can come and no problem for me. When you are physical and medical good, you don't smoke, don't drink, you are good, then it is possible. No problem round about 56 or 58 or 60, you can have a baby when you are coming to me.
Anita and her husband sold their second home to raise the £15,000 for Dr. Antinori's treatment. Donald is 62. Both say they're well placed to give the child a good life.
Okay, I agree, we are old, but still I think we can give the baby a better life, because then we have a bit more money, we are more settled, etc., etc.
Now I have a room, I have time, always the time to do everything, day and night.
Once again, to his patients, Dr. Antinori is the answer to their prayers.
He will never let you down, even if it is not so successful, but he's always very optimistic and giving you hope of being successful.
You